This is your powder loads. You load, you gotta open this up. This puts the right amount of powder, 60 grams. You can adjust it, how much powder you use
Okay.
right here. Okay, all right. There's your powder. You take your ramrod. Back your powder. Now I should have, yeah, I've got a little mark right here. Shows you when you get your ball put in there. Okay, all right. One of these.
Are those wind chimes
And
outside?
these are, do what?
The noise I hear, the wind chimes. I was wondering what it
Oh.
was.
Okay. Get your firing ball, which is in the pouch. And I got two different sizes, well, actually I got three different sizes. I've got a 45 and two 50s.
And the 50s, yeah. I
In
think
total,
that
that's
was
145. That's of no importance whatsoever, but I thought I'd say. Okay, now, and what that does, that seals the ball, because this has grooves in it.
Okay.
The original, when they started the Civil War, it was a smooth bore. That's why they weren't very accurate. There comes Jimbo.
back in.
Okay, now here is your packer. Get that thing, put it right there, and it takes a pretty good little while to get it started in there. Okay, now it's started, and you tamp that down. Okay, you come back with this, and you push that ball you don't push from up here because you'll break your rod. So you push from here, get it all the way down here. Okay, now it's sealed. But I have a little ring around there. I need to kind of redo that ring. But this lets you know that you got your ball and you got your projector in there, projectile. Because if you come up and you go to tamp it down and you're just putting the ball in there and it goes past that, you know you've messed up because you forgot to put the powder in there.
How do you get the ball out if you didn't put the powder
Well,
in?
there's two ways. I've got a gadget in here. What, that's different. Okay, you got this little gadget right here that you can screw onto here, put down in there, and that screws down into that ball to pull it out. But as this screws down in, it causes that ball to swell. So that's kind of as a last resort. But what you have to do, and I've only done it once, thank goodness. You take this out, and you slowly pour enough powder down in there to where you fire it off, it'll get it out the end of the barrel.
Okay.
And sometimes it works out right, and sometimes you're just dead in the water. You go put this one up and get your other gun. And okay. But this, because that's a live cap primer. You need to come out and get a picture first time they shoot it also.
Yes, sir.
Have you shot a big rifle?
No, sir.
A big rifle will just jar the fire out of you. This thing pushes. It doesn't knock your shoulder off. It pushes your back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that's why, to me, it's a whole lot more fun to fire.
So it's more like instead of.
Because if you're shooting a 50 caliber rifle, it'll knock you down.
Yes.
Well, this is a 50 caliber. But it pushes. Okay. In the new type rifle, you got your chamber right here where the bullet is. Okay. Here's where the explosion takes place. In this rifle, the explosion takes place all the way out. Because that thing explodes and it pushes that bullet till it gets to the end of the barrel. The new type explodes and it pushes it from right here, sends it down the barrel. On the new ones, they'll have fire coming out the end of it, but the main part of the explosion is right here. Black powder burns a lot slower. Now, there's a movie, Winchester 1893. And I have one of those rifles. It's a 45-70. It's a breech load, which means it opens up right here and you put the bullet in here. Well, that is the first cartridge firing rifle from the black powders. The cartridge means you've got everything in a single bullet like y'all seen it. And when it first came out, the Indians didn't know it was out. And there was 20 cavalrymen and about 200 Indians. And the Indians were used to this type, which is real slow as far as reloading goes. Well, that other, you fire, hit the breech, pops it, and you put it in, and it shoots again. Well, the Indians charged like they always did. And, there were no military killed. It might have been wounded, but there was none killed. But they killed about 145 of the Indians in just a short period of time, because the Indians did not know about that new rifle.
Right.
Now, and it's so amazing, Custer's Last Stand. Y'all have heard of that, haven't you?
Who? No, I didn't hear you over there.
Oh, pull 'em out.
Custer's Last Stand, where General George Custer, was that his first name?
Yes.
He was an arrogant son of a gun to begin with. He really was. This is not a joke. This is fact. Zero barrel. But the Indians had the repeating rifles. That's like the lever action shoots shirts at 13 shots. The military would not buy their soldiers those repeating rifles, so they still had that 45-70 breech load, one shot at a time, fighting Indians that had the 13-shot rifle. That's why they were massacred so bad. Just is. And George Custer was arrogant, and all he could see himself going up the ladder. He had his eyes set on the presidency. And if he'd have won this thing, it was impossible for him to win it. He was probably, if he had repeaters. So there were so many Indians and so few soldiers. But the military would not outfit their people with those repeaters. And the repeaters had been around for years, but the military just wouldn't. It's kind of like the highway patrol won't put cages in their cars because they're just kind of arrogant. Not the patrolmen themselves, some of them are arrogant too. But Austin will not put those cages in those cars for the safety of their officers. Well, the military wouldn't use that 13 repeater because they were just so arrogant. They just thought they could do anything. And that's why Custer's did. Plus his own ignorance. Plus his own ignorance. He wouldn't wait for backup. He was going to be there first so he could take all the credit.